How do you play without fear? That's a question a lot of athletes ask. I'm in my office here. Just got off a call with someone from San Diego. I'm about to set my phone here on my tripod. But how do you play without fear? Here's a big thing to clear up in the first place is that all elite performers have fear at some point or another. So, whether you're a young athlete watching this, whether you're someone playing at a high level and you really haven't had fear much up until this point in your career and you're just now trying to figure out how to deal with it. The important thing to keep in mind is that all elite performers have fear to one degree or another. It's that they have the courage to act. They have the courage to take action in spite of fear. So the first thing to understand is that fear is something that's going to be present. It's going to happen. It's a matter of how you deal with it. And there's an interesting story I want to share with you. It's so simple, but it makes so much sense. So there was a young boy. He was riding home. He was out playing with his friends. Maybe you guys can relate to this. He was out playing with his friends one night and he's riding home and the sun was going down. It's getting a little bit dark out. It was getting a little bit tough to see and he's riding along and the sun's going down, going down, going down. He's coming home a little bit late and it gets a little bit too dark and he's on his normal path home and he sees something laying in the road and it's curled up, it's circled up, it's skinny, it's long, but it's in a coil, right? And the sun's gone down at this point and it's a little tough to see. And he sees it up ahead and he's riding his bike and he's riding along and he slams on his brakes. He slows down and he stops and he sees it off in the distance. And his first reaction is fear. He thinks it's a snake. So what's he do? He turns around, he books it, he goes the other way, goes a long way home, and he finally gets home. So the next day, the sun rises, and he comes back to the same spot. The sun's shining brightly, and he comes up to the same spot where he saw the snake, and he realizes that it was just a string laying on the road. You see, what happens is our mind often plays images. Our mind makes up scenarios, makes up things in our head of what's not even real. It makes up scenarios, it makes up images of things that we think we should be afraid of, when in reality, it's not the snake that we're afraid of. It's our imagination that we're afraid of. So if you want to play with fear, one of the easiest ways to change the fear, one of the ways to act with courage in spite of having that fear is changing the image in your mind. Change the image to what you want to do instead of what you think is going wrong or what you think could potentially go wrong. A second piece that you could do, the second and third piece I'm going to share with you are the simplest, but they have the most control. Two simple strategies that you can literally implement as soon as you get off this video. Whether you're an athlete, whether you're a coach watching this, you can take this and you can share it and you can use it, and this can help you deal with your fear immediately. So number one, change the images in your mind to what you do want to do. Number two, change your breathing. On an unconscious level, when you get fearful, your breath starts to increase in rate, right? So your heart starts to speed up, your breathing starts to change, and oftentimes we don't even realize it. So if you're a little bit fearful, take control of your breath, take control of your breathing. And there's tons of different breathing strategies that we could get into. But number two, take control of your breath. Then number three, change your postures. There's a Gurdjieff, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's one of the pioneers in psychology. And he says that, we habitually live in a small, limited number of postures. And you don't even realize it until someone points it out to you. We live in a limited number of postures, when we're with our family, when we're playing our sport, when we're fearful. And it's a matter of just changing your posture, putting yourself in a more resourceful position, right? You can't be fearful if you're in a powerful position. You can't be confident, or you can't be excited, or you can't be ready to perform at a high level if you're in an inferior position, if you're in a poor position, shoulder slouch, head down, maybe putting your hands crossed in a defensive position. Put yourself in a more powerful position. So change the images, change your breathing, and change your postures. So I hope you guys found that video valuable. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you want to see next. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I just want to let you know we're always uploading some new free resources on our website. So check them out in the description below. Find out which one is the best for you. And I hope to see you soon.